Hello everyone, my name is Loman Hakim Muzali. I am from Group 3 and with other teammates, Ahmad Wais, Azri Shah, Mazu Azim, and lastly, Muhammad Danish. So today, my teammate will present the interview session with an executive student alumni center at University KDU College. Her name is Nur Fatihah binti Rosali. She graduated at UITM Shah Alam and she have been working 5 year experience. So next we all divided for part of interview. First part is personal background. Second part is experience as a professional. Third, experience as a student. And lastly, about the reflection.
Hello, my name is Mazwan Azim bin Malik Slamat. I'm in charge in personal background part. This is Miss Nur Fatihah binti Rosali. She is an executive at Student and Alumni Center of UOW Malaysia KDU, one of private university located in Glenmarie Shah Alam. A little bit background about herself. She told us that she just graduated her master from UITM in Master of Knowledge Management. She is also a degree holder, Bachelor in Information Science, also in UITM. Before that, she completed her diploma in Information Management in year 2010 from UITM Kelantan. Currently, she works as executive at Student Alumni Center UOW Malaysia KDU, as I mentioned earlier. She has been working with Student Alumni and Center Department for about 3 years. Before that, she was working at Lim Kok Wing University at Cyberjaya as executive as well as registration department for about 2 years. Next, we do ask her what is her involvement in Student and Alumni Center in UOW Malaysia KDU. So she did tell us that she is leading the team for Global Career Placement Initiative in UOWM KDU. Plus, as a coordinator for internship placement of UOWM KDU, she has monitored current scope of service offered through Global Career Placement, including plan, implement, and directed new career exploration initiatives such as Industry Power Talk, CEO Power Talk on a state, regional, national, and international scale. Next, we do ask her why did she choose to be in executive field instead of another field. She told us that the interesting of the job description itself. She wants to apply this job because of she wants to leverage her hidden talent and work with community as well. She also did told us that the biggest challenge and difficulties that she faced as an executive is the time management, as she handling a few initiatives at the same time and all of them have timeline and deadline that need to be followed. The proudest achievement that she have been achieved is she was leading the team for handling 2 days of career fair in campus. She is the only person in charge in team of both allocation, payments, and so on. So we do ask her what is her target future in this career. She told us that her target is she want to become a manager for the Student Alumni Department Center. She said that as a manager, she can manage her own team and can have brainstorm and all initiative and helping that student alumni center can give the best student life experience for student in UOW Malaysia KDU.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Wais. So now I will present the data from the interview session, which already finished. My answer and scope section is about the experience as a student from the interviewee. So, I already asked for the question number 1, which is I asking how about the sweet and bitter moment at her university life, and the interview has shared her experience. So she answer where she is working and studying at the same time. Working and studying at the same time, it's require a lot of sacrifice to make sure that the studying and working more directly and properly well. She is also say that she need to sleep early and wake up early in the morning because she need to spend in time to do study and to do some thesis on her master study. She also said that she is also struggling in studies life and working life. Okay, for the next question, I ask her again, is there any curricular activities that she involved, and if she involved, and what is the learning outcome from the activities? Okay, then she answered that she is also a president of Poster Club, not only the members, but she is a president the high committee level, and she needs a lot of sacrifice, learning, focusing to become a president of Poster Club and to manage their club. So she learned a lot of things as being a president, such as she learned management skills and also becoming a MC event and becoming a volunteer as well as the leader. Other than that, she learns and she need to learn about the leadership skills because when we are being a president of a club, we have to make sure that ourselves have a commitment and power to control the below committee. So the below committee or the below members, so that our members below can be do a job scope properly and the club will be organized properly. Okay, the next question is I was asking about how she managed their time and to balance in both academic and curricular activities. And she said that it's very struggling to maintain and balance the time to studies and curricular activities, and also working at the same time. But she said that we need to have a plan, a timetable. If we have the timetable, and we will see that our time will be manageable and we will use our time precisely. And we also have to do a list. A list will help us to know which one is the priority task, which one is the priority task, and which one is the task that we can put aside for a while. So we will more focusing on the priority task or urgent task. So the the curricular activities and the studying activities also will operate normally, not just operate normally, but perform well, and the thesis also will still going on. For the lastly questions, I was asking her again, and for my part, I was asking, is there any problem and difficulties that she faced in academic and curricular activities during in university? So she shared and said, and she admit that a bit challenging to be a president in a club and perform well in academic. She have to manage time. She has to be organized and activities and event as being a president. So it require a lot of time and sacrifice from ourselves to do those things. She also said the focus is the main key, as it will help you to finish the task more faster. If we do something in focus, if we do something with focusing, we will set our mind to focus and do the task perfectly, and all the tasks will be faster and finish early, rather than we do many tasks but it does not have any focusing, so the result will not be successful. She also said we have to work smart. We make timetables, we make a short to-do list, so we can identify the important things, the urgent things, and what do we have to do right now, after, before, and everything is about sacrifice. Next, she also said that she have to very sacrifice life sleeping, which is she need to stay up at late night to finish her work, and after the finish her work, she need to recover the sleep for the next day, because human need at least 6 to 8 hours sleeping per day. But she said it's a bit challenges to have a good time in sleeping every day, unless we are not have being a president, we does not have working, we does not have any task, so we only can have a good sleep, but it will not make us to be and to have a better experience as a student and in future. So that's all from me, and for my part.
Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. My name is Azrin Shah bin Tengku Anzaid, and I will present Miss Nur Fatihah binti Rozali experience as a professional that we know. She worked as an executive student and alumni center. Okay, for the first question I asked her is, how do you deal with pressure at work? She said that she would work as a team because her role would be to create events for students such as lecturers and also workshops that involve a team that work with perseverance to make the event more run smoothly. And she also said that with a careful handling and completion of the work in the right timeline, the work would be simple and will be done in allocated time. Okay, for the second question is, do you agree that professional and personal life should be separated, and have you experienced it? She said, of course, it should be separated as it will result in a failure to your work performance. We need to be good at separated personal problems with work because it will be overthinking in our mind if we continue to think about it, and it will disturb our life and work. As she said that she can manage to work while studying because of her good management in daily life. For the third question is, what is her scope position as a executive student in alumni center, and the challenge of helping students who have problems. She said that the scope of her job is to find and build long-term relationships with organizations or university to partner with a KDU college, and he also appears to have a great responsibility to enforce it. It also needs to meet with the student who have been confronted with academic problems or other issues and try to solve them by acquaintance with the problems without judging, and sharing words of encouragement and experience, also opinions, so that they can think of solution that can be discovered. And for the last question is, what is the most challenging that she encountered in her work? She said that the most challenging that she had to face is she had to deal with people in high positions such as a CEO, manager, and a dean in organization or in university to negotiate about the collaboration that she wanted to make with them and KDU college. She must also to ensure that all information and documents must be presented carefully and to make sure that they are agreed or with the purpose of KDU college to collaborate with them. Thank you, and next we're going to Mr. Danish.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Danish, and in this video I'm going to talk about our interview session with Miss Nur Fatiha. And before I start, section D contains 4 questions, and so let's go. First, we asked Miss Nur Fatiha regarding a question regarding her job. We asked her who influenced her to take and apply for that job, and she said she always prioritized herself, and she always loved to read about job description and job requirements set by the company before she ever applied for that position, and that's how she gets her job. And for the second question, we asked Miss Nur Fatiha about has the youth changes today's workplace ethic, and she said yes. She said that the youngsters need to learn much more, need to tell themselves that they have to be patient, they have to be eager in learning and competing, and they have to always accept new challenges in order to adapt into that new working community. For the third question, we asked Ms. Nur Fatiha about what are the challenges or what are the new challenges that might be faced by the fresh graduates and the workplace. In her opinion, she said that the challenges for fresh graduate in workplace is that being able to adapt quickly or being able to adapt to the environment, to that fast-paced working environment and advanced technology. She said that the fresh graduate have to prepare ourselves before we enter the working environment. For the last question, we asked Ms. Nur Fatiha to leave her some advices before we enter the workplace as a fresh graduate. Her advice is to start our network early. We have to build public relation with anybody or who we meet. And as a fresh graduate in the workplace, we cannot be shy to take opportunity, or you cannot be shy when we do mistakes. Instead, we have to learn from the mistakes in order to be a better person. And as a fresh graduate, she always say that we always have to initiate first. We as a fresh graduate always have to grab the chance before anybody else in order to be a better person. And that's all her advices to us. And she said we as a fresh graduate always have to prepare ourselves before entering our workplace. Thank you.
Lastly, the conclusion from the interview session with Miss Fatiha, the important of the interview, what we learn, we need to have the soft skill, like present in front of the person with the higher position. Because when we enter the working environment, it will be the daily task need you to handle when you working. Although you need to prepare yourself to make sure the information given is correct.